Assalamu alaikum. I'm Malik Hodge, a prophet of the Levites and a priest of the Abrahamic covenant, representing the seven thunders. We're going to begin this presentation with the Holocaust. The Holocaust. Brothers and sisters, the sojourning, the 400 years of being afflicted in this hell of North America. Everything takes place from the scriptures about the end after this Holocaust, after our sojourning of 400 years. This dehumanizing of the black man and woman. 400 years of terror and horror. Being treated in ways that no other people have been treated for hundreds of years. 400 years. A system that has been formulated and built on the destruction and the terrorizing of the black man and woman. A system that has not changed for a repetitive system of terror and horror. A system that has a system that hasn't changed. It just evolved with more elaborate tactics of terror in this Holocaust. Brothers and sisters, we have to make sure that you understand, to understand the severity of your demisement, of your suffering, of the accounts. You have to take into account the horror and terror that you as a people have been through, so that you can understand, put your mind on what, so you can understand the system that is against you. It's evolution. It's persistence. It's never changing quest to destroy you. And if you understand the seriousness and the depths to which this country has went to destroy you, and this country's system is built on terrorizing the black man and woman to this very day, keeping us in this Holocaust. Brothers and sisters, you will understand that you have no way, there's no way out amongst your enemy. To separate from them is the only way. There's no, we can do it here in America. Their mind state is not to assist you in any way. The black man and woman has always been a problem. You cannot try to fix this with their money. You cannot fix your situation in their system. You cannot fix your situation here amongst your enemies. You'll never be free. You'll never have justice. You'll never be equal. You never have been and you never will be. But this horror and terror, as the script, this sojourning of 400 years, you brothers and sisters, have to look at. Look back. Remind yourself of what this system, the life of this is, the breath of everything about this system is to destroy you. And it's never been nothing other than to destroy you. You can't look through and think that you have found any success. What you call, because you have a home, because you have a car, because you can move freely, the system itself is still embedded to destroy you and yours. Period. There's no leeway. There's no equality. You will never have that here. And until you look at the truth that stares you in your face, and it has been staring you in your face for over 400 years, you cannot lessen, you cannot submit, you cannot be willing to allow yourself to come numb to the facts of this system, this systematic terrorizing, this systematic white supremacy, this systematic hold on the black man, this systematic Holocaust. America is built on your back and has its foot on your neck, and it has its spell on your mind. It has you locked in its clutches, and you are its victim, its prey. There's nothing you can't you can't until you look at the truth that America has always held and always have and will hold the black man and woman to, and keep his foot on your neck, and you've never been free. You never experienced freedom. You don't know what it is. You can't even walk. You don't have no laws really pertain to you. The police you. They don't police the rest of them. Your children are killed by police. You're shot down by the police. You idiots. No, we shoot ourselves down. No. The police shoot us down. The demons might shoot you down. It's two different people. Two different people. The demon, the devil's children that look like you and walk like you and talk like you. That is a special part of this Holocaust. The simple fact that you've been mentally destroyed. First you was mentally destroyed. As you was terrorized, you was mentally destroyed, mentally terrorized. Your mind has been kidnapped and then put into a position and given what your kidnapper wants you to think. You have amnesia. Everything that they took from you and all the things they're using to keep you in this terror and horror, they give you they're filling your mind with what they want you to think, so that you can never find your way, so you can never know who you are, so that you can never see what they're doing to you. You can never find your way out. You can never help yourself if you keep relying on your open enemy. Now, this Holocaust, this 400 years, this sojourning in this strange land that is not ours, and that we will spend 400 years in it, and in that fourth generation we will come out with great substance. And at that time, the 1619 Project that Jefferson installed, and we came out of it in 2019. That's the 400-year period. and we're coming out in the fourth generation. We're living in that fourth generation now. We're in that fourth generation. And everything after that fourth generation, all the wars and all the things that would take place in the world, and this nation being taken down and destroyed, is coming about. And they're fighting to exist. So everything that is to happen and is happening after our 400 years because of this Holocaust, we're witnessing it in the fall of America, in the judgment of America, the consequence for 400 years of terror and horror, the equal action to their actions. That God said that I'm going to judge that nation for what they've done. After that 400 years, I will judge that nation. And I will bring my people hither. I will bring them back here again with great substance after that 400 years. And I will give them the land. I promise, I made a covenant with Abraham to give his seed the land from the great river Egypt to the great river of Euphrates. These things are happening. So we have to remember this Holocaust. You have to understand that we are still in this Holocaust. America has not made any attempt to change. They have evolved and came up with more clever ways of sticking there to terrorizing us in this Holocaust. They have never made a change in its system or in its makeup. To accommodate, to do anything to eliminate its Holocaust or its terrorizing of the black man. Everything that's done, their scientific studies, their scientific terrorizing, their scientific deliberate murdering of you, their scientific food poisoning, all these things to take you down. Their systems, their police force, their penitentiaries, their drug addictions, the separation of families, the homosexual community, the instaured homosexuality and transgender. Everything is to tear and destroy the black man and woman in every aspect. In every aspect, your music, your everything is out. They control and dictate and direct every part of you, your culture. Everything that you call your culture is been designed and given to you and fed back to you from your open enemies. The false Jews hold all the keys to your mind, to your images. Around the world on TV, they direct your image. Brothers and sisters, we are in unprecedented times. Let's get into our topic of today. Excuse me. Our topic of the day is we are at war. We are at war, brothers and sisters. Okay. Brothers and sisters, this is not I'm not trying to persuade you. However, I am offering you truth. I'm presenting to you the truth of the time. Look around you as you sit in your cubicles at your job. Look around you as you carry out in your forklifts, in your workstations, in your trucks or vehicles. Look around when you leave your job and pick your children up from their schools. You think that you see security and you don't see what's taking place in front of you. You're not addressing the bigger picture. You're not addressing what's coming to you soon in days. You look around and you think that your enemy, America, has your best interest in mind. You go to your places of spirituality or churches. Your Moorish signs or your Hebrew Israelites or Catholic, Sunni, mosque, you go in these different Muslims types and you go and you do these things and you really claim that you know, that you have, you know, God, and you're so out of touch with the truth of Allah. You're so out of touch with the truth of what's taking place. You're not in tune with what's real. You're so out of touch with what's real, you can't see what's happening in your face. You think that you have security in the realm of your open enemy, and you won't even look and notice that where you are at, this country is being judged by Allah for what it has done to you, the black man and woman. Your imams, your preachers, your ministers, your sheiks, everybody is preaching, talking, yelling, and giving you all this BS, filling your minds with what your mind's been filled with far before your parents. You don't know the truth. So much so you can't see what's happening in front of your eyes, in front of your face, right before your eyes. You can't see it. You're that confused. You're that blind. You're that lost. When the truth is being brought to you and given to you. That Holocaust, the 400 years of terror and horror that we've been through. The scriptures give you a play-by-play, easily followed manuscript that we're living out Exodus. We're living out the scriptures. We're in the time of revelations, that a time that everything is being revealed. Wars that are formulated in your face, things that you overlook because you think that you're protected here in America. And you speak that you know God, or you represent God, or that God is moving in your behalf. And how is that when the country that you think that you find security in is being judged? A lot of you think that you have found your security in the American dream, in the American scheme of things. You're not looking, you don't pay attention to what's taking place outside of America. You don't look at what's taking place throughout the world. Your preachers, your imams, your sheiks, your head of your spiritual realm or whatever is not giving you any understanding to what's taking place in front of you. And it's all talk. You can talk about what's going on. You can mention it and talk on it. You can be a reporter about it, but you don't know why and what's going on, and you don't know how to put yourself or in a place of safety. You don't know that the truth is being given to you and shared with you far in advance about all these things that you see. You can't deny the things that has been shared with you because they're all coming into view more and more by the day. Only thing you can do is keep your eyes closed and keep having faith in your open enemy and keep loving your American scheme in this American dream. (1619 to 2019). 400 years. 2020, the plague is released. And you're fed the propaganda that is man-made and such put it out, and you will accept anything that somebody tells you or any type of propaganda that you can try to reason with. But then you go to these churches and all these areas and act like you want to know the truth and act like you got God and act like God said this and God said that, when what the scriptures share with you that's going to take place is happening right in your eyes, sight, in your face. And you listen to everything except what the scriptures even share with you. Nothing in the totality, most of the scriptures, the basics, 90% of what happened in the scriptures about the destruction of this world happened after the 400 years of God's people, or the children of Israel, or the tribe of Shabazz, was after that 400 years sojourning. So, if you are the original black man and woman, and you know that this is the 400 year, and we're living in we're that fourth generation after the 400 year period, and 2020 came in with the plague that killed the firstborn, the elderly of the Caucasian nations, or Europe, the European nations. I'm not going to call it the European nations. It decimated. And it said, I'm going to put a plague that's going to kill the firstborn of Egypt. And it will pass over those that have the blood of lamb over their doorposts. So, speaking in The first, speaking in it, like the firstborn is the elder. The blood of the lamb. Those that has the same blood, the DNA of the lamb, it will pass over them. And it did just that. The original nations didn't have mass outbreaks. They weren't dying. They didn't have, wasn't filling up hospitals. They didn't have on masks. They were none of those things. It passed them over. Haiti, Africa, the black man and woman of America, all over, except the demons. It passed us over. We're at war. War is in your face. You looking at Russia as if that's over there, and nothing's gonna happen to us here. You put your faith, your family in the hands of your open enemy, in the hands of the one that has been afflicting you for 400 years, and you think that you're safe in the hands of your enemy. You think that you are safe in a country that is being judged by Allah. Brothers and sisters, think, because the time is at hand. The time is getting shorter and shorter. Each thing that we have shared with you far in advance, I know that you've heard everything that is taking place, that we shared, that was going to take place ahead of time, before these things even came in sight. Now, brothers and sisters, you're not paying attention, but your open enemy is listening intuitively, listening well. Couldn't get that out. I know what I'm saying. Intuitively. So much so, they have made moves to destroy or to try to change the outcome of the war. Let's see what's taking place. Excuse me. You are really not you're not listening, and you're overlooking those that are giving you the truth. We let you know and been saying this before Joe Biden was even president. We were speaking and telling you that Iran will not go back into the JCPOA. Constantly letting you know that that was not going to happen from the unsealed scriptures. We told you about, gave you the understanding of what's taking place. That this is the plague. The plague that will happen after this 400 years when Lewis had his nose up Kobe's butt in 2020. He knew nothing of it in February, Savior's Day. But it was the messenger of the covenant was already sharing this in 2019. Sharing that the plague will hit. 2020 will expect the plague. And it came right on time. The George Ford thing. Something's going to hit that's going to spark a 5-month revolt or riot or something revolting in America. Then the George Floyd hit. And it lasted for 5 months. Then just disappeared. The JCPOA. They've been trying to get that back on the table since Biden came in office. It's off the table. It's scrapped. They're preparing for Plan B. The abomination of desolation. You're not listening, but they are. You have put a lot of you brothers and sisters. Hold up, wait a minute. We're not condemning you. This is for you. But a lot of you brothers and sisters have minds have been taken by your open enemy. And your open enemy is a direct enemy that looks like you, walks like you, and talks like you. But they're not you. They're black-faced devils, black-faced demons. They're devils. They're their father's children from 400 years of rape. I don't care how you feel about, because feelings, your feelings, they're just feelings. You can feel this way or that way. You think because they're black that we're one and the same. No, it said that I will sow my seed into you. There will be wolves in sheep's clothing among you. They're the devil's children. The seed of the Father is all that seed is already a mass of completed ideas. It is just fertilized in the woman's womb and it grows, but the seed itself is already a mass of completed ideas. And it is from its father, and that seed carries the nature of its father. And our people, those that are put in front of you, majorly the politicians, the preachers and ministers, those that you consider to be role models, your sports players, your comedians, your TV impersonators, your TV actresses. A lot of them, look at they're just straight sellouts. They have sold their souls for fame, money in the devil's regime. These things are known. They keep up with ancestral records. They know which child was master's child. They know which child wasn't master's. But these black-faced demons is who they put in front of you to keep control of you, to keep their scheme, their dream, their ways, their vision implanted into your mind, so that you would never let it go. Every time they want to say something to you, or they want to present a black man or woman as what we're saying, they could use one of their demons, one of their children that looks like us. This is a devil's plan. This is the devil's seed to emulate us, to imitate us, to anytime they use these demons to impersonate us, to get off what they're getting off, what they're doing, to have them speaking for us. And we know that that's not what's on your mind, what they're saying. So you know damn well that you can't. That's not what is in my mind. That's not, what the hell is he talking about? What the hell is she talking about? They use the demons to keep you in love with your enemy. And it's your open enemy's children that they use to keep their vision and their ways stuck, and it implemented and applied into your mind, into your children's mind. And you left. However, we are in a war that you think is not taking place. You think that it's all lovey-dovey. You're looking to your open enemy, and you're not looking to the God. You're not looking to the ones that the God, the prophet, the messenger of the covenant, the two prophets that are with him, those that are speaking and have been able to acquire this knowledge and to see, be able to see what's taking place, and the acquired knowledge is open up the eyes in the mind to relate to what is. And you brothers and sisters, this is for you so that you would know there's nothing that we've shared that hasn't come about in your face. But you're allowing yourself to feel as if you don't see what's taking place around the world. And if you do see it, you feel like the devil is securing you. Oh, we good over here. The devil, which is America, oh, we cool. That's happening over there. That ain't coming over here. You don't know God. You don't know Allah. You're not with Him. You don't have no. You can't even hear His. You don't hear. This country is being judged. Judged right now. They're listening. You're not. They see everything that we've shared has come about right in their face. So they're responding to the things that we've shared. Why would they blow up the pipeline? But see, every time they think that they're moving ahead to try to, they're gonna always find that Allah is the best of planners. And they're um, in a vacuum. We're in the future, and we're looking back at what's taking place. As we see far ahead of this, of what you're seeing. And our people are going to lose their life for the lack of knowledge. But we're going to respond quickly, when the situation puts more pressure on us. However, brothers and sisters, do you want to put your eggs in the basket with the wolf? Or do you want to put your eggs in a basket with the egg eating lizard? Lizards like to eat eggs. You want to put your eggs in the basket with it? But that's what you're doing. You are finding security in a people, in a nation that is being judged by Allah. And you think that you're going to come out well, or your children are going to come out well, or money's going to help you come out well. While you're looking at your football, planning your trips, getting ready for Halloween, looking, making plans for Thanksgiving, settling up, pre-planning for your Christmas trip. War is taking place all over the planet. Energy losses, energy problems, famine. While you're getting ready for doing these things, it's people in each area of not just country, in this country, that homes are underwater. Lives are being lost. And this is every day. But until it affects you as a whole, you don't see it. Propaganda being spilled all over from America to London. All these European nations coming together. They are at war. The European nations are at war and they're listening. They've tried to speed up and tone. So if they try to speed up, just how much faster will Allah move? So they think they're speeding up to try to change what's happening. They're just making it happen that much more faster. And brothers and sisters, that means it's going to happen, as the scripture said, overnight. And when you think you are secure, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble overnight, in unprecedented trouble. Unprecedented trouble. Brothers and sisters, it's just speeding up. They're trying to beat winter. So if they're trying to beat winter, it said pray that it's not the Sabbath. Or the winter. And they're trying to beat winter. And they're countering what they've heard to try to destroy or change the measure of conditions that will brothers and sisters, when we say we're at war, it's an extra we're at war for our existence. Existence. We are an existential threat to this nation. They're being judged by Allah for their 400 years of terror and horror, the Holocaust or sojourn. They are attempting to avert what we've been speaking. So they're trying to move faster and change things. But they're hastening their own demise. They're hastening it. So it's going to happen that much faster. Brothers and sisters, we're in war. We're in the time of the abomination of desolation. This abomination of desolation, this is the time that we're in. The war in the Middle East this will be the spark. This is, brothers and sisters, we're moving into a time. We're in this time. That each day after this war begins, each day is going to be like a year's time of change and destruction. And you're not going to understand what's taking place in each day. So you think that it's going to take, oh, well, I gotta, no. The things is coming overnight. The change in your regular life, the things, your livelihood is about to be changed. Your world, everything about it. You're not read the lying preachers, these lying buffoons, Louis Farrakhan, the chief demon, the liar, these liars have your mind thinking that you're going to be okay here. You're going to stay here. We're not going nowhere. How can you find safe and security amongst your enemy inside of a nation that Allah is judging? It said, come out of her. Separate from her. Not mentally, period. Physically. Not some spook ass separate. Oh, I'm spookily separated from. No. That's some. All that is spookism. I'm a spooky. I'm a separate. I'm separating. I'm separate. How? And you standing right next to him. You're living right with him. That's Abraham. Know of a surety that I have given this land to your seed from the great river Egypt to the great river Euphrates. And they will return in that fourth generation here, there, here again. And that nation who they served and was afflicted by, I will judge this sick, satanic nation. And you brothers and sisters think that this is what you see any God in? Yes, the God, only God of this nation is the devil himself. Everything this nation stands for is devilishness. Nothing but what the devil stands for. Homosexuality, transgender, pedophilia, murder, rape, and everything that this country is standing on. However, brothers and sisters. You're not being condemned because you submitted. You submitted yourself. You submitted to a beast. So you're gonna act like a beast. You're not going to be saints because you're not going to be angels because you're with devils. You've been tuned and moaned and live with devils. So you got devil shit all over you, all devil all in your mind. But the truth is being given to you so that you can be brought out and cleaned up and washed off. The shit can be washed off of you because you're wallowing in shit. Because this man is a beast. He's everything about him. He's a murderer, a plunderer, a homosexual, a rapist, a transgender, a transsexual. He's a pedophile. They want to change the whole gender of children. They want to. It's nothing. This ain't no. You have to be a demon. There's no right in you if you can't see this truth. You got to be a demon. The truth will be made that clear that a baby would not err. And everything that's been shared with you has been shared far in advance. In days, your world, this world that you think you're secured by, there will be no security. That means you rely and you trust on Satan, false Israel, and you trust on the devil, America. You trust on the synagogue of Satan. You trust on America to think that you're secure here. You're finding your security amongst the devil who is being judged by Allah. And you hold your head up and think that you're good. But you will see in a few days, you will lose your security, lose your home, lose your lives. Because you think your enemy give a damn about you. And when you see that his mind has never changed, his feelings for you has never changed, and his rage is and his jealousy and his envy is even grown, then you will see his actions towards you to wipe you out with no hesitation. Then you'll either be caught too late or you'll be running for your life to try to find or get to safety. So this abomination of desolation that we're in the time of, the war in the Middle East, That you don't pay attention to nothing. You're not seeing any of these things that they're showing you in your face. Iran is preparing for war. They've told you they're into plan B. What do you think? You listening? Those that might have heard, but you're not listening. You heard it, but it went in one ear and out the other. You disrespectful to the truth. You overlook those that are giving you the truth. That's how our people has always been to those that has been sent to them to give them the truth, to stand up with the truth that God, Allah, has sent to secure and to prepare and to give you what you need to be successful. People has always undermined it, talked against it, shunned it. Never respecting the fact of things being shared, what is and what's going to happen in the near future. Looked over it. But it's staring at you in your face, because this is a time, this time that things is being shared with you, these things are not happening hundreds of years or tens and 20 of years away. No, everything that we've shared is happening in your face right now. So you can't question. You can't look away from it. You can deny it in your own mind, but it's staring at you in your face. It's happening in your face. So you're dealing with it one way or another, trying to hide the fact that it's happening. Or you're going to see. There's nothing, you can't change it. This is not, you're not being shared something with or given the truth something that about something that's taking place many years away. These events are happening right now. They're being carried out. This abomination of desolation. The war in the Middle East. Michael and his angels. Master Farad Muhammad and his angels, Iran and Syria, are going to war with the dragon and his angels. The dragon and his angels. The House of Saud. America and Britain. And false Israel. They understand. Brothers and sisters, you don't understand. And everything that we're sharing is to wake you up, to get you to seeing, to get you to doing some studying, some investigating. And you don't have to look far, because all the things that have been told to you is happening, like I said, in your face. Now go ask your preachers, or ask anybody else. They ain't telling you a damn thing. You will be sitting up somewhere praying and all kind of ignorance, and your world is gonna come to an end, and your children, what when your children is hungry, maybe you understand. When you lost lives of your family, and you was lucky to make it out alive, but you have taken great losses that you didn't have to take. Maybe then you'll understand. Maybe then you'll be willing to listen. How much? What would you have to go through that's going to cause you to listen? To accept something that's given to you that is mathematically sound, that is true, that you can prove in every way. That the scriptures that has been placed and given to you far ahead of time, that the one that will break the seals have been speaking with you for 30 years now. 30 plus. And it's giving you the understanding of things that you can prove, but things that you can see that you don't know nothing about, you hadn't heard nothing about, that is providing information for things that your mind cannot even conceive. You haven't heard it, but it can be proven. In a time of war, in a time of unprecedented trouble, they're telling you, America, what you see is a screen full of deception and a screen full of what they want you to stay on. You don't get the truth on their screen. America's not telling American people. America's definitely not telling this. It's definitely not letting this black man and woman. It's known that he's not going to tell his enemy. He knows his enemy is inside. The biggest enemy of him is God's people, and America knows that they've been holding you for 400 years. For 400 years, they see. The false Jews know they wasn't passed over, but they rely on their weaponry, on their knowledge of the air, their air force, their nuclear bombs, their way that they can manipulate the air. The abomination of desolation. The shock of the hour. Michael and his angels is going to war, and they're going to remove the house of Sod. They're going to kick America and Britain out of the Middle East. And when they're kicked out of the Middle East, they're going to attack all blacks. They're going to attack you. They're going to attack all blacks in America and in Britain. They're going to attack all blacks. Do you not hear me? And false Israel will be sieged, then destroyed. So they think that they're planning and they're trying to get things to moving faster so they can get something to. The faster they move, the faster these things are going into motion, and they're only speeding up their demise. And these things are happening right now. And as we see, brothers and sisters, war, 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 we're in war. And will you make it to the winner? How much would your life change as this winter comes? Overnight, while you're finding peace and safety and thinking that you're going to find security in your from in with your open enemy that is being judged by the God, Allah, being judged by Allah, and you think that you're going to find peace and safety and security with Him. You just keep that up. That's just like them saying that everything they done to the black man and woman is a theory. It's not true. It's theoretical. We'll see how much of a theory and how much safety did you find. You'll find yourself in the hands of your open enemy. And then you're going to find yourself in a place where you couldn't avoid it. The truth is being given, and we're in the time of war, brothers and sisters. You better get out of the TV. You better looking at football and all this planning and all. Look at the get yourself into the real world. I'm gonna bring this to a close. You can't say it enough, brothers and sisters. Everything that is being shared with you, you don't even have to prove it no more. Just go back in the archives. It's in your face. It's happened exactly as was shared far before it happened. We don't have to prove it no more. It's proven. It's in the past now. Go look at the archive. Everything, they're moving, they're paying attention, but they're only hastening their end. Hastening. They're trying to deteriorate what's been shared. They use that to make other moves to ensure that they think that that's ensuring their success. Little do they know. We deal with the best of planning, the best of planners, and they're just hastening their end. And with that, I'm going to bring this to a close. We are at war, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum.